Silver Dollar City, it's easy for you to say, has some more to offer than just rides. Its cooking classroom is a turn-of-the-century farmhouse where you're walked step by step through delicious recipes. The crew brought their demo kitchen here to the Price Chopper kitchen and made me a pro. We're doing something today that is rarely seen on TV. We're cooking with blackberries, and I'm wearing a white shirt.
This is true.
So to show success, it's going to taste good, and I'm obviously going to be covered in blackberry juice and sauce here in a second.
We'll try to do our best. Let's keep you. I think we can keep you good for the next segment.
Excellent.
All right.
All right. How do we start off here?
Well, let's just kind of talk about what we have laid out here in case the viewers are looking and they want to know what these dishes are, because I think all those recipes will be accessible online with KCTV5.
Yeah.
Over here on the far side, in front of some of my beautiful canned goods, I have griots and grits. That's a very native New Orleans dish.
Griots?
Griots. You would pronounce it. It's spelled Grillades, but pronounced griots.
Okay.
Okay. It's something that's served at big celebrations in New Orleans, whether it's a death or a wedding or anniversary party, whatever, it's served.
Right.
And then I have a real simplistic dip based upon Vince's Caponata. Actually, the people who make this are employed by Silver Dollar City, and it's outstanding, and it's got just a little green onion and olive added to it. The recipe's going to be online for you.
Okay, and some cream cheese or something.
Yeah, and why don't you just grab this little spreader here while I start over here on this cobbler and try a piece of that dip.
So you cook food and I eat food?
Yeah, makes it. Well, you're going to cook in a minute. Let me get this part done. What I'm doing is I've gathered all the dry ingredients for this cobbler you see displayed in front.
It's got some flour and some butter here.
Yeah, I have all my dry ingredients already in here, just making a little haste in preparation. And then you can do this in a KitchenAid, but I kind of an old-fashioned girl, and I like to cut it in with a pastry cutter.
Okay.
And I might comment this is a really good quality pastry cutter with nice sharp edges, not the rolling kind with rolled wires. And the next thing we do is, just the way I was brought up making this, is you make a little well in the middle, and you beat in the egg, and then you bring in the milk, and that's it. This is actually a glorified biscuit recipe.
Okay.
Okay, and I took my mother's guidelines for making what she calls cloud biscuits, or a baking powder biscuit, and I've just made it into something a little bit sweeter. This has got some sugar in it, and it's more like a pastry than like a biscuit or a scone. That's because I've got so much butter in here, okay?
Well, it's got to be good then.
Yeah, it's got to be good with a lot of butter. So we'll just kind of make a well right here.
All right, bring our egg in.
All right. Bring in the egg, and you can use buttermilk, or you can use straight milk in the interior for your dairy.
Okay.
You can make the call on that. And do you want to get in and stir this?
Sure, I can.
Okay, well, let's do this then. Let's put in this buttermilk. You grab the spoon. I've already got dirty over here.
Perfect.
And I like using your arms to work this all together, because sometimes when you're doing things by hand, it's a little bit more intense.
That's right.
And I like to wear gloves when I'm rolling out dough. It's just something we always do in culinary anyway. And you're going to have to come down, bring your family, and come visit us at the culinary school.
Yes.
We teach classes twice a day, all the way through the end of the season, which will wrap up around New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. And it's just, we have a lot of soul-warming foods like you're going to find laid out here today.
And you know what? My kids don't always listen to me when I try to teach them how to cook, so maybe they'll listen to you a little bit better.
Bring them in. I have a lot of young people who come and take classes. I have senior adults. I have newlyweds who come to my classes.
Would be a good date night.
Yeah, it would be a good date night. And we also do special events at the culinary school. We do dinner parties. Right now we're getting ready for Southern Gospel, and then we're going to slide right on into the Craftsman Festival, mid-September to the end of October. And of course, my favorite would be Christmas.
Christmas time.
We have 6.5 million lights. Can you imagine that?
We're less than 100 days to Christmas, aren't we? We're getting really close to 100 days to Christmas.
We already have most of ours up.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we're getting ready.
I'm already behind in the game. All right, how are we looking here on our dough?
You're looking really good. Let's let me put my gloved hands on.
Okay.
In.
Well, you do it either way you want to do it.
And what you want to remember in this recipe, and I've made a clear note of that on the segment when you read it online, is you need a lot of flour, because you can see this is a very wet dough.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, another thing is you work with it to bring it together, but you don't overwork it, because then you'll end up with a tough dough.
And nobody likes a tough dough, right? And next, we're going to show you how to put it all together and finish it off. Well, if you're a lover of homemade desserts, are you?
Yes.
Okay, good. We're here in the right place. Debbie Dance-Urig, Master of the Culinary Arts at Silver Dollar City's Culinary and Craft School, put me to work in the Price Chopper kitchen just in time to finish up that blackberry cobbler. Check it out.
This was the way my mother and my grandmother always made a blackberry cobbler. Now let's get real generous with the flour.
More flour here, okay.
And so the key is not to put too many berries. You'll see over here in the front, I've got chopped berries, and I've got some full-size berries. If you put too many berries in, you won't get this pretty presentation. It'll just kind of spew out too much.
Up there
yeah, a lot of people say, "Oh, Debbie, I want more fruit," and I always say, "Well, you can try it, but it'll probably give you a little mess."
Okay.
So, yes, you need to come down, go to Christmas festival, sit on my front porch, and watch the Christmas parade go by twice.
Okay.
Each evening.
Do I have reservations already now, since we've been talking here today?
Do you have reservations?
Yeah, do I need them?
You always have a reservation.
Perfect.
Okay. And I also do the specialty dinners where they come and have dinner with me for the holidays.
Okay.
And it's a 7-course meal. And then we break and we go out on the porch. I'm just going to square this up. This is about 9 by 13 in shape.
Okay.
Then we go out on the porch and we drink some hot chocolate and watch the parade and sit in a rocking chair.
This sounds great.
Oh, we have.
Why haven't I done this yet?
We have, I don't know, but we have, you're going to do this part.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
We got cinnamon sugar?
But first, let's add just a little bit more butter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you can, actually, I melted this a little bit too long because I always recommend coming back with just softened butter because it rolls easier, especially for first timers.
And just putting the softened butter over the...
Yes.
Okay.
And this is just like a cinnamon roll. We're going to roll it up just like cinnamon rolls.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
you sprinkle that evenly over there.
Evenly?
Yeah.
That's funny.
You can do it.
Is that too much? Or
No,
does
sir.
that look like...
You're going to use every bit of that sugar and cinnamon. Now, you want to take this another step. This is kind of what I'm known for, is my twisting and turning, taking this presentation. You could take out the sugar in this recipe.
Why would we want to do that?
Well, we could turn it into Christmas morning breakfast.
Okay.
And make it more of a biscuit dough. We could fry and drain sausage. We could scramble eggs, get some favorite cheese, onions, mushrooms, put it inside here, roll it up, and bake it for breakfast.
That sounds fantastic.
And over the top, Southern gravy. How's that sound?
Well, I didn't know I was hungry before, but I'm more hungry now.
I'm going to do this part. Now, you'll notice we kind of chop these up because the berries are so large when we buy them at the stores or at the market. And if they're too big, you have trouble rolling it. Now, you tell me, do you want me to let you roll this or would you rather I rolled it?
Well, I'll try to roll it.
Okay.
I mean, I'll try anything once,
Okay.
let's be honest.
Let's just kind of spread this out and stop right there.
Are we going to roll it horizontally or vertically here?
You're going to go towards the rolling pin.
Is there any tips you can offer for rolling here before
Okay. You should get out another pair of gloves.
Oh, okay.
If you wanted to. But you can take your fingers.
Oh, there's no gloves, so let's try.
All right, let's just take your fingers like I have spread mine here and roll over once and then just keep gently rolling till you're sealed.
All right, here he goes, and I apologize in advance if I mess up your cobbler.
No, you're going to do this.
So here we go.
Okay, over.
Over.
Okay, now go underneath and roll it again.
Roll it again.
You're doing fantastic.
We try to keep it like tight in there on the top.
I'm proud of you. Yeah, here, you get on that side and I'll kind of help on this side.
There we go.
And looky here, we are done. We have made a cobbler.
My grandma would be proud of me.
Yes, she would. Yes, she would.
There
Now,
we go.
we're going to leave that there, and when the viewers aren't watching, we'll move it onto a parchment covered.
Okay.
Okay.
Then
Now,
we would pop this in the oven then, or?
yes, and the instructions are online. Okay. But you know what I like to do? I like to refrigerate or freeze this for 30 or 45 minutes. It just kind of firms it all back up. And then bake it and just put a few more minutes on it. But as you can see in our demonstration, it needs to have a nice golden hue. And then you'll know it's done. And I just garnish usually with a little bit of fresh mint on top, and that's it.
Okay.
Okay, let's go savory, and then let's go sweet.
All right.
And let's be non-traditionalist, and let's just take a bite out of the bowl.
A bite out of the bowl?
Yeah, well, not the bowl, but the yum-yum. Okay? So this would be griots.
This is the griots.
And I have chilled the grits, and it may be cooled off since we heated it up. Here we go. You ready, Bill?
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
We're supposed to have a little grit in there, too.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of garlic.
There is some garlic in there.
So let's get another fork, and you try the cobbler.
Okay, real quick here. Let's see here. All right. So far, we're clean. See, I just said that. Now something bad's going to happen. And we're still clean. And
You're
that's
still
really
clean?
good. All right.
I need to get an apron.
All right, for more information on classes at Silver Dollar City's Culinary and Craft School, visit silverdollarcity.com.